All right, y'all. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I was out here doing a little late night walk, and a couple of brothers stopped me. They were actually twin brothers. That scene I had on fringes. And this is one of the reasons why why you should have on fringes. One of the benefits of fringes, it let people know that you are a man of God. Now, due to fringes, it notifies people, just like one of those priests, one of those Catholic priests, or I don't know what they call themselves, but those are the clergy who wear the suits and the little white collars around their neck. People know this person's supposed to be acting a certain way and supposed to have a certain level of knowledge when it comes to the text. And the two brothers seen me, and they weighed me down. And initially, it's, oh, this finna be something else. And I'm walking at this time of night in this kind of area that it could be that. But once brother said, are those fringes? And I'm from Judah. You from Judah? You from Benjamin? Then my guard completely dropped down. My guard completely came off. And I knew these people they knew something about the text. And we walked about another 15 minutes until they broke off and went, where they was going, and exchanged numbers. And we'll build further, we'll build later, y'all willing, whatever come from that, or that interaction come from that interaction. But I just wanted to share that with y'all about wearing fringes, because a lot of people, I know you got a lot of new subscribers and a lot of brothers who know this walk who don't wear fringes. And sometimes you could feel like you're isolated or you don't know. And those brothers didn't have on fringes. And I wasn't, oh, well, where your fringes at? I used to be like that. Like, yeah, brother, you say you Israel, but when you gonna start wearing your fringes? And when you gonna start doing this? And then, and it kind of killed the vibe out that gate. But sometimes it's needed. Sometimes when I was first coming in and I would see someone with fringes on, sometimes I wouldn't even speak because I wasn't in order. I felt I wasn't in order. So I was like, nah, I'm not even gonna speak. Because of the way the community was working at that time, you couldn't even wear them little ZZs that everybody wearing now. You couldn't wear that. But we now getting away from these. The tassels going all the way around. We kind of getting away from that. Dress code wise, it's kind of getting Judaized. To be honest. But whatever. I'm not mad at that. However your understanding is on it. And I don't force it on people. Am I saying it makes you more righteous? No, but people are watching you. When you have on fringes, people are watching. People are watching you, and a lot of people know who you are. And if people, you may be that beacon of light, you may be that, because brothers did more talking than I did, really. They did more teaching than I did. And I ain't agree with a lot of the stuff, but sometimes you just gotta let people rock out, man. Sometimes you gotta let people talk, let people get certain things out. You ain't gotta just turn a first time interaction into a debate or into something where y'all have these differences where y'all can't talk to each other. Nah, I don't want your number, boy. You're bugged out. You know. And I also wanted to. It's a couple of things, man. You know, if y'all, I still got about another 2 miles. We can talk. I had a situation yesterday where I had went into the grocery store and I realized I didn't have my wallet. And I had on these jogging pants, and I have a bulky wallet, like, you know, like some old man. I got a bulky wallet. Ain't nothing in there, but it's a bulky wallet. And you know, you just don't throw cards away and stuff. You one of them people. But I was when I got back to the car, that there was an older gentleman sitting in front of my car, waiting on me to go up to the car. And then once I got to the car, he approaches me and say, "Man, I seen your wallet sitting down there on the ground, and I just wanted to stay here and make sure you got back, you know, that whoever wallet it was, that they got that wallet." And I knew that was the Lord, man. I knew that was the Lord. Man, that could have been a bad day. And one of the things is, man, so you have to, you know, give the Lord thanks in all things, because life is fragile, man. Life is extremely fragile. You can think you have everything figured out. You can think you so secure. Oh, you know, brothers is, you know, wait a minute, I want to get out of debt, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and you want to have security. Oh, well, we grow our own food, and we raise our own animals. Man, listen, all it takes is bow, and it's over with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's not good to do those things. It's excellent to do those things. It's to secure yourselves as much as you can. But at the end of the day, there's no better security than being on the right side with the Lord, man. There's no better security than that. Like I said, you can have all the security in the world and grow all the food in the world, man. Most I can send a tornado through there. Man, you out here doing this wickedness and he disagree with it. Can send a hurricane through there. Prayers up for, what's that, Puerto Rico, Florida. And this stuff been getting crazy, man. This weather been getting crazy, man. You know. But this stuff can happen any second. Boom. And your whole life flipped upside down. You just landed your dream job. Just married your dream woman. And it can flip upside down. So don't ever get comfortable. Don't ever get to the point where you think that you straight and you can slack off. And that's what happens a lot of times. You know, we get financially stable. We get the family that we want. We get all the things that we were praying for. And then we forget about God. And then we forget about the Lord. And he'll teach you now. He'll teach you. He'll bring you back. He'll bring you back to remembrance. You know. But you got to be mindful. Be mindful of that and be grateful. For every day you get an opportunity, man, to repent and get closer to him. And don't take nothing for granted, man. Don't take breath for granted. Don't take, you know, going to the faucet and being able to turn that faucet on. Don't take that for granted, man. And that water coming out of there, you being able to wash your face, you having hot water, don't take that for granted. Don't take it for granted, man. And thank the Lord for it. Thank the Lord for good health. Thank the Lord for the ability to walk. You know, even now, man, this is a very dangerous neighborhood, man. I live in a very dangerous area. All right. It's really the city. Really the whole city, but this is the south side. And probably every south side is dangerous to me. Every little city, every south side is dangerous. I don't know too many south sides where, you know, the crime rate is the lowest. But that's usually the north side. But yeah, I just want to share that with y'all so y'all can be mindful. And then I want to talk about Israel's purpose. You know, the purpose. What is the purpose? Why did the Most High? And we have to understand. We have to know the whole story. You know, we need to understand the whole story. Why was Israel created? Israel is really a GMO. You know, he had to tell Abraham to leave his family. He had to tell Abraham to leave. Leave all your family. Leave your nation. I'm finna start a new nation with you and your seed. So he had to leave those folks. He still ended up taking Lot with him, which was a problem. Which ended up being a problem. And end up spurring two nations of enemies that we had to constantly deal with. Two enemies, two neighboring enemies. I'm trying to think about who they were, man. I don't know why that's slipping my brain right now. What was his nationality? I don't know why that is slipping my brain. But anyway, it may come back to me. But of course he's not an Israelite, all right? And there is a group of people in a place called Land of Milk and Honey. In Canaan, there's people already there. There's people already in Canaan. Like, why is it people already, you know, in a land of milk and honey, already flourishing, right? And so the Most High started this nation with a plan. He told you, I didn't pick you because you were the greatest in number. I picked you because you were the fewest. He wants to take the lowliest of people, the fewest number of people, and show his strength through them. So he initially told him, man, listen, these folks gonna be, your seed is gonna be in captivity in Egypt for 400 years. Now, it was nothing we did at that point. We hadn't been given no law, though there was a law. And that's another thing we have to, understand, that the whole nation was punished. That all nations end up getting punished, in the days of Noah, because it was a standard out here that they had to live by. All right, it's a standard for all nations that they have to live by, or the Most High is going to judge them. And what he placed Israel in Egypt to judge Egypt. All right, until the time of the Amorites be fulfilled, their sins be fulfilled. All right, once their sins got to a certain point, he brought us in to wipe those people out. And not to completely wipe them out, but to punish them. And it was a punishment that went down in Egypt. He wanted to place us in there. He wanted to place us in there to be an enzyme. To place us in there so he can rescue us in front of everybody. We know that everybody's looking at Egypt. But I'm gonna rescue them out of there. And think about all the chess pieces that he had. He He ended up getting Moses in there. You know, he had Joseph in there prior. Moses in there. You know, and Moses was key. Because Moses knew the inner workings. He knew how the Egyptians, how to talk to the king. He knew the inner workings of the rulership and how to move and who to speak to. So he was placed there for that specific purpose, and then brought out and used to free Israel. But it was all planned, you know, way beforehand, because we know that it was prophesied that we would be there 400 years. But we're going to be brought out with great substance. So it was all a plan to punish the Egyptians so that everybody would see and everybody would know the one true and powerful God. A lot of times we think that book is about Israel, and it's not. Israel is not the main character of that book. It's the Most High God. That's what the story is about. It's about him. It's about him and how he's using the people to gather all people back to him, back to worshiping him. And so we have to understand our purpose and why we were created. Why were we manufactured? Instead of all of these nations had already been here. And we've seen the manufacturing also happening with Moses. But Moses pleaded with the Most High. He was about to start over again. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to start with you, Moses. I'm not even going to use these folks. And Moses pleaded with them. You can't do that. And so what the Most High did is he waited till everybody died. That was really like the start over. You know, he waited till everybody died. That nobody had that mindset. Being that these people were no good with that mindset. That's also a lesson for you community building people. It's going to be very problematic in the beginning dealing with those people that came straight out of Egypt. All right, that's just the message that came off the spirit. We're going a little off topic, but this is just to help those with the community. Just for you to glean from. I don't have to have known a community to know, because it's in the text. It's going to be hard to deal with those initial people that know about Egypt, that still have the taste of America on their tongue. It's going to be hard to build with them. You're going to have to wait till the second, third generation. Really, that's when you start producing fruit. You're really not even trying to keep that first initial group. You can't build with that first initial group. You're going to have problems with them. It's about the third and fourth. The third and fourth generations that come from that group that, you know, things will start calming down, and they'll realize that this is just the way. This is the way of life. This is the way we're living. To reprogram them. And that's pretty much it. You can't reprogram these folks. That's what a lot of us are having problems with. That's why, even though, Joker wearing fringes, that don't mean nothing. He's still programmed. He still got America on his tongue. He still got the world. He still got the taste of the world on his lips. And so it's hard. You may think that the brothers is kosher and everything is good, and that you can just build with. Man, please. Man, please. And when you on You know, like I just met those two brothers, and I could read their spirit and how their eyes lit up just talking about the text. But you watching YouTube, man, and a joker know you watching them, and he trying to get views, and he trying to say the right things, or he's trying to say the wrong things to just to get the numbers running. And I was talking to another brother about this too, is that we so quick to credit these people. We so quick to lift these people up, send them all kinds of money. Where was that? Send them all kinds of money. You know. Never met them. Never met their families. You know. Jokers ain't gonna show you nothing but the best parts of their life. That's what social media is. They ain't gonna show you the hardships. Yeah, I'm on camera. Looking dusty. Walking in it. Man, a lot of jokers can't do this, man. Because they care too much about their image. They care too much. You know? And so when they get online, they putting on a persona. You shouldn't be quick to trust nobody. But you definitely should be 10 times as slow to trust somebody that you haven't seen on that internet. I don't care what they showing you. You know, it's a different story when it's when you one-on-one and you seeing them their daily lives and stuff like that. And when you go to meet them. A lot of y'all be starstruck on these folks, man. A lot of you think that, you know, brothers be like, man, you think you a scholar? No, I don't. I don't think I'm no scholar. I don't know nothing, man. But back to Israel. Hold on, let me see if this. Okay, back to Israel. Israel's purpose and why he chose Israel. All right, he chose them to be this too, to be this special vessel. Look at these motherfuckers pointing at me. Look at it, y'all. That's why I told y'all this is a dangerous neighborhood. Now you got the police finna come over here and mess with me with a flashlight on. I want y'all to see that. Do y'all see that? Now he finna come over here and mess with me, y'all. Hold on. Why didn't I? And in the world we live in. You say what? Are you Mr. Charles? No, I'm not Mr. Charles. Okay. I'm Mr. King.
Listen, you don't look like the type of person who wants to hurt himself, bud.
All right. So I lost my train of thought, y'all. So, like I say, this is a rough area, man. But Israel's purpose. All right, their purpose is to show the power and the strength of the one true God. That's why he went on that rampage. Now I'm finna take you to all these different areas. All these different, we gonna conquer Jericho. We gonna conquer the city of Ai. You know, I'm not gonna take you through here because you're not ready to face wars. You're not ready to go into battle. And you seen the Most High even, you know, fighting those battles for us. And that's one thing we gotta learn too, is that our strength comes through him, man. Israel has always been a weak people. They always been weak. You know, and we used to go out and camp and do certain things. We used to have a dress code where we wear the combat boots and the cargo pants. We wanted to show strength. We wanted to show a militance. Yeah, you know, that we're in order and so forth. But the reality is that we're weak. Our strength comes from the Lord. Our strength comes from the Father. It do not come from us, man. It never has. All right, it never has. We fought all those battles, and we had to make sure we inquired with the Lord before we went into those battles. Will you deliver us in this battle? And that's what gave us the confidence. The confidence that we gained from the word of God. When he told us what he was going to do for us. And sometimes even when he told us, we still was chicken. We still was scared, like Gideon. Gideon needed all kinds of signs. He had to do 3-4 different signs for Gideon. For him to realize that, yep, this is the Lord speaking with you. And that I am going to give y'all deliverance. And I'm going to use you to bring that deliverance. But that little cop interaction, y'all, that kind of blew me a little bit. And it was, they didn't mean no harm, but that's how, my flesh started getting riled up a little bit. Just a tad bit. I still feel I stayed in spirit, but there was a little annoyance there. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like they were just looking for somebody that allegedly about to kill themselves. They out here trying to help. And that's one of the things. I know we see certain things on the news. And about the sister too, even getting gunned down. But these are the only people we can call, y'all. And everybody ain't race soldiers, but there are race soldiers there. There are plenty of race soldiers inside of that place, but all of them aren't race soldiers. And some people just need a check. Some people really trying to help. And then you got your race soldier. And that's why we got to get inside of these things. And inside of these organizations. I know we have a culture of speaking against these things and not dealing with them and not getting into politics. And I'm going to show y'all where that comes from. Y'all done made it back to the house. But, all praises for making it back safe. Kind of a crazy night, man. But all praises to the Most High God for bringing me back safe, man. And my prayers with y'all that y'all are safe. And that continues to be a refuge and a shelter for y'all brothers and sisters, man. Peace and blessings. I'll see y'all on the next one.